Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talkin' Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. Courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com, a great site for all the news fit to print. And we're going to feature a few stories today that have hit the headlines. One featuring a decent fight coming up in the province of Quebec next year. It's called Irresistible 2, and it features World Light Flyweight Unification Championship between WBC champ Kim Clavel, 16-0. 3 knockouts, and WBA champ Yesica Nery Plata, 28-2 with 3 knockouts. It's been confirmed it'll take place on Friday, January 13th at Place Belle in Laval. Clavel is currently fighting out of Montreal. She's fully recovered from the flu and fever that knocked her down a few days before her originally scheduled fight back on December 1st, and she's resumed her training. We are now focusing on making this date of Friday, the 13th, a memorable evening when the first time in history of Quebec boxing, someone from home will try to unify 2 major world titles, said Clavel. By January 13th, I will have only one thing in mind: to produce the performance of my life, to offer a unique gift to Quebecers who give me so much phenomenal support. Only one champion with 2 belts. Woo-wee. Plata, for her part, remains impassive and said confidently, "This unification fight is what I've dreamed of all my life. We continue our training with the same objective. Kim did well to think of her health as the most precious thing to us. I wish Kim a full recovery and that she'll have no excuses when I return home with her belt and mine." Good stuff. All righty, let's have a quick look here. Clavel will defend her WBC light flyweight world crown for the first time since her furious and frenzied fight that she and Yesica Gomez had at Casino de Montreal last summer, when Clavel won by unanimous decision to take that belt from Gomez. So good stuff. And there is some undercard news as well. A couple of changes. Let me just go through them. Undefeated 25-year-old Maslam Denez, he's 17-0, 8 knockouts, will defend his WBC Continental America's super lightweight belt against a tough 29-year-old Mexican Christian Bielma, who's 19-4-2 and with 7 knockouts. They'll be the co-featured event. Also, popular welterweight Marie-Pierre Houle, 6-0-1, is ranked number 7 by the WBA, and she'll be in her first scheduled 8-rounder against 28-year-old Marisol Marino of Mazatlan, Mexico. Talented southpaw prospect Derek Pomalio, 3-0, will fight in his first scheduled 6-rounder versus Gustavo Rodriguez out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Gifted Canadian Olympian Caroline Vieira will step into the pro ring for the second time as a professional after her extensive amateur career. Another important member of the Canadian national team, by the way, during the past few years, 24-year-old lightweight Eric Bazran, he's now 2-0, will also be in a 6-round bout against 19-year-old Juan Carlos Garcia coming up out of Mexico City. So some good news out of Quebec, and I believe that's all part of the group Yvon Michel company out of Montreal, putting that together for us. Looking forward to the results. All right, here we go. Off to Wembley. We got a world flyweight title on the line, I see. The WBA World Flyweight Championship clash between champion Artem Dalakian from the Ukraine and Costa Rican challenger David Jiminez will take place in support of the forthcoming Artur Beterbiev Anthony Yard blockbuster at the OVO Arena in Wembley, January 28th. Ilford Manyard challenges for the WBC, WBO, and IBF World Light Heavyweight titles held by the undefeated Montreal resident, that's Artur Beterbiev, who holds a record of 18 wins, with all 18 coming via a stoppage. Dalakian, 35 years old now, won his world title belt in February 2018 with a points victory over Brian Viloria and has subsequently made 5 successful defenses. He is unbeaten in 21 professional fights, with 15 of his wins coming via stoppage. Jiminez, 30 years old, has previously won the WBA Latino title with the WBA Gold World Flyweight Championship and is unbeaten in 12 with 9 knockouts. Also on the bill, an entitled action against opponents to be confirmed shortly, Light heavyweight star in the making, Carol Itwama, 9-0, will fight for her first professional belt with the WBC international title being on the line. And also at light heavy, Willie Hutchinson, 15-1, will battle for the WBO Intercontinental Championship. So there you go. Some good stuff coming at you via London, and that'll all take place at, what did I just say? The OVO Arena in Wembley. And finally, news today, David Benavidez has renewed a promotional contract with Samson Boxing. Samson Lukowicz proudly announced today that interim WBC World Super Middleweight Champ David El Bandero Roja Benavidez has again renewed his exclusive multi-year promotional agreement with Samson Boxing. Certainly a feather in their cap. Already the youngest super middleweight world champion in boxing history, the now 25-year-old Benavidez, 26-0, 23 knockouts, is currently a two-time champion and one of the most feared fighters on the planet. The Phoenix-based slugger will face former champion Caleb Sweethands Plant in a final WBC 168-pound title eliminator in March 2023 to decide the mandatory for world champion Canelo Alvarez. Currently deep in training for the match, Benavidez says he's happy to continue his promotional relationship with Lukowicz. I feel great re-signing with Samson. I'm happy to continue with him and very appreciative for his help building my career from nearly the beginning. Father, co-manager, and trainer Jose Benavidez says he's thankful for the well-known promoter's work on his son's career. He, that's Samson, will be the first to believe in David, was the first to believe in David. Now everyone wants to sign him. The reason we got those belts is because of the work he puts in. We're super excited to continue this journey and be able to get these big fights. The team that achieved the youngest super middleweight champ of all time is joined contractually and as a family, said Benavidez co-manager David Garcia. I'm looking forward to David's achievements more than ever, and he has in the coming years. I'm very happy to be able to continue this journey, said Samson Lukowicz. David is in line for many big fights that will define his legacy as one of the greats, and I'm very proud to be his promoter and for all he's already done and all he will do in the near future. There you go, boxing fans. Good stuff today. And keeping this nice, short, sweet, and compact because time is of the essence and time is money. Thank you for joining me here on Talk and Fight. Appreciate it very much. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you later on at 4 p.m. for Knuckle Up with Mike Orr and Cedric Ban. Thank you.